Good morning, it's Harvey Jackson. Just going to get through some of the news items. There's lots of news yesterday, and quietly the Canadian media are just trying to soften the blow for probably a terrible Canadian Carney um, deal here. So we'll have to see how this all plays out here. But here's just an excerpt.
Washington, Kate, what can you tell us? Well, we know now that the U.S. did make an offer to Canadian negotiators yesterday, and those negotiators are not very happy with it. So there is no deal in sight, at least for now. But to your point, the clock is ticking. They've got 6 more days to make a deal before a new set of tariffs targeting a wide range of Canadian goods take effect. But both sides are at the table. Top Canadian officials remain in Washington.
Yeah, so I think Carney, he doesn't want to be around when this deal gets done, then he can say that he wasn't a part of it. So he can maybe have, heads could roll of those two people that were coming down the ladder there, LeBlanc and Charade or whatever her name is. But highlights of the USDA, I would say acres increased in both corn and soybeans, but the uh, exports are going to be suggested to be quite good, and carryouts are going to be tight. Just the way they've got the picture laid out right now. Now, if yields move up, it could change everything. But they decreased wheat ending stocks in the U.S., but world ending stocks just decreased or increased a slight amount. And again, I think that's still got to be adjusted as time goes on here as well. Um, you can see here just the states that actually decrease the yield and to get your overall number, 180 and 52.7. So lower than last year, but still very high numbers. Um, the other thing that came out in it's the next slide, but is the EIA came out with their numbers, and the increase in global supply. So these are just the few things that are stacking up. So global supply increasing, refining sector is increasing as well, but the oil demand is going down. That's probably just economics of the prices being higher, you name it, and the economy being poorer as well. Um, so just that's just kind of a different graphic way to sum things up. So I asked what was the result of that um, uh, poll or the EIA petroleum report, and this is which was interesting, the largest weekly build of in 3.5 years of stocks, which was a good call finally. But and first thing in the morning is consumer price index came out as well. So I always like to quote what Charlie Biello has done here in just the last 7 years. What has price changes substantially, and as we've just everything gets more expensive for the general consumer, and farmers same thing. It's crazy. So this is just a weather map that we can see that there's some storms right in the middle. But what's interesting here is the NMME multi-model seasonal 3-month forecast is actually saying a lot of this area is going to be potential wet for the harvest for September onward. Just a 7-day forecast, you can see it wet here, and we're going to get some moisture up here as well. So here's just the radar prediction models. We're going to get some rainfall in Manitoba here over the weekend. Just the accumulation. There's a few inches of rain that's actually going to get built here. You can see here, up to 4, 3 and 2 inches of rain in the next 14 days. Quick look at the markets here. Canola up $1.40. We're just shy or at $795. Soybean oil just trading slightly down, 68.65. Crude oil is down $1.73. So the sentiment that the EEI, just world stocks are maybe getting figured out to get around this strait, and I think the world is going to figure out how to not have oil going through that strait, or not to the same significance that it was, and it's already starting to shift already. Pipelines are going to bypass going through there or something, and the world is okay with that, obviously, but it might just hold up prices a little bit longer. Diesel fuel prices, just off 5 cents, but 4.12. Soybeans up just 3/4 of a penny at 11.84. Spring wheat is up 3 3/4 cents at 7.01. Hard red winter is up a penny at 3/4 at 7.39. Chicago trading at 6.70. Milling wheat is up 2.75 at $235 a euro per ton. Corn down 2.5 cents at 4.78, but had a big gain yesterday. Let's just get into this here. So you can see that we're still got this upward momentum here, but we keep on hitting our heads on the 61.8 area on the short-term move here. So that's what's happening, and it doesn't want to go through. Same thing with the euro, right at the 61.8 as well on the short-term retracement values. Soybean oil, basically just chopping away sideways. Actually, it looks like it might be making lower highs, but getting caught in maybe a narrowing choke point here as well. We'll see how that continues to play out, but it's, you know, playing some wave analysis for sure. Soybean futures, a big trading day yesterday, and still looks like an upward movement here. Your palm oil broke out of that channel. I'll leave that channel there and see if it actually comes back into it, but it looks like we're going towards this 5,000 ringgit area. Crude oil, I just put in this line here to just show that we are trending, making lower highs here. So is this another lower high that's going on right now? Would be nice, and it'd be nice to get to the bottom end of that channel. But the opposite is not said about diesel fuel. Diesel fuel is right at making, 2 weeks ago highs. We're at that value and higher at the moment. So, and the same thing with gasoline. Looks like we're trending back to the highs that we made in previous history here. Canadian dollar, if these trade deal does not get kind of solidified to create some certainty to this market, this is going to continue to go this direction, I would expect. Thought I would just show silver. It's in it just passed a pivot point here. Now trading a bit sideways here, but we'll have to see if we can get over that 200-day moving average. And then you look at copper futures, which is basically your trade for, industrial use, and it's strong. And a quick look at wheat. A couple of days of recovery here, but up against your short-term moving average for sure, and have to trade through there before you can actually say that you got any momentum going up. Could be a floor right here. It's possible, but I wouldn't want to count on it. But it did stair step its way down for sure. And you look at Kansas, it didn't stair step the same way, but didn't retrace near as much either. Same thing with Chicago, didn't retrace as much. So. And both of those harvests are probably a lot closer to wrapping up versus the Minneapolis wheat. It's just nicely getting started in some of the northern plains of the U.S. and there's probably some that started in Canada as well. So here's your corn futures in Europe, and very nice long candle on the corn in